Okay, everyone, we live in strange times. I'm just gonna get on board with it and do some electronic naturing. All right, so spring is one of my favorite times of year. Mostly this part of spring, this right here. This whole leaf budding out, things waking up, transformation. That is the brown forest into the bright green one. So the first plant I want to tell you about is the oso berry. It's also called Indian plum, and its scientific name is like Omalaria cerasiform. I don't remember, but it's really cool. It's one of the first ones to leaf out in the springtime. And you can probably find it all over the place. It's in like parks and stuff. And if you scratch and smell the bark, like scratch and sniff sticker, oh, it smells like cucumber, like so cucumbery. But the flowers, which are really like pretty little white flowers, they smell awful. They smell kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, they smell like cat urine. Oh yeah, cat urine. And then they have like these really soft, ellipsoid, light green leaves that are just quite beautiful with the sun behind them. All right, so that's Indian plum, and is to me one of the like first signs of spring. So let's just walk around and see what else we can find. Maybe I can figure out how to, nope, okay, so apparently I cannot just switch this to outward facing mode while I'm videoing. You guys, I'm gonna need help with this. I'm not a YouTube generation. Okay, so next stop, we'll do the salal, and salal is an evergreen shrub. So it's not really for me a sign of spring, but it's just an important one in the area that you should know. And salal has these alternate leaves, so the leaves come off of the branch alternate from each other instead of opposite, and I'll talk about that in a later post. And it's a really awesome one for harvesting for floral arrangements. So the greenery in the background of a lot of bouquets is often salal, and it also has a really delicious berry in the summer that, well, maybe I'll also be talking about. We'll see where this crazy world takes us. That's Buddy. He's exploring also. Hey, I'm gonna take this moment while I'm looking for other plants to tell you guys to go outside. Go outside. It's really important to your mental health, to your body, to your community. Just get out in the sun. Even if it's just like, I mean, I know I'm kind of lucky to have this woods right in my backyard, but just go out on the sidewalk. I mean, there are even trees planted in urban areas, right? Kind of explore between the sidewalk cracks. I mean, there's like a whole world in that microcosm down there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to splice this video because all I'm getting right here is evergreens. All right, hang tight. Oh, what have we here? Okay, so this one is evergreen huckleberry. Hi, Hermione. And you might not be able to see it very well in this video, but evergreen huckleberry has like really beautiful hot pink, tiny buds on the tip of its stems. And then when you kind of zoom back and look at the overall form of evergreen huckleberry, I kind of think of it as like spindly. And if you guys know Scotch broom, it has a very similar form to Scotch broom. It really likes growing in old growth stumps. It's kind of a shade tolerant berry, although it does make more berries on it when it has more sun exposure. And I'm not sure if you can even see that with the sunshine, but this whole plant right here is our our red huckleberry. So I messed up a little bit and my brain said evergreen huckleberry, which is actually right behind it. And again, this is one of our evergreen plants, so it doesn't lose its leaves in the winter. Both of these berries are edible, both of them tasty, although maybe not quite as tasty as our traditional huckleberry that grows more in the mountains. And also, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this in the background, but we do have an invasive species here. It's a holly, like that spreads through its berries. And it's really hard to get rid of because you kind of have to dig out its stump, which is a mean one to do. And believe me, I've done it on this property before, but I'll have to come back and get that holly. What is next on our tour? Ooh, perfect. Okay, so next on our stop, and this one even, like the huckleberry hasn't leafed out yet, so we're still looking at their winter buds. And this is a, I'll zoom out for a second because some of you might know. This is a hazelnut. So it's our native hazelnut. It's California or beaked hazelnut, Coryllis corneta. And the buds on it are super, super fuzzy. Oh, can you see it there? It's like, come on, focus in. Really fuzzy little buds. And they can be pretty round in their shape. They're not super pointy. And I think of the overall shape of this twig as being very zigzaggy. So you can kind of see it right there. It's like zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Yeah, and it's a taller shrub, so some people kind of mistake it for a tree, but it's still in a shrub category because it's got multiple main trunks, so not just one main trunk like a normal tree, and it's under 25 feet-ish normally. So that's what classifies our shrubs as shrubs. All right, I'm keeping my eye out for other signs of spring. Ooh, this one is very nice. A lovely little emerging leaf. It's cool to think about the leaf being curled up inside of that bud and just these scales covering it for so long. And then all of a sudden, I'll have to do that better. Spring. Spring sprung. So there's a good one leafing out right there. Continuing on our woodsy journey. All right, so here's my prompt for you guys. I want to gather what you consider like signs of spring and just really high quality photographs, as high quality as you can get, of spring, sprunging? I don't know. Anyway, so I want to gather those and share them with each other. And then maybe even take it one step further and do some artwork based on those photographs. So I'm posting a link to, it's kind of cheesy, but it's called a Flipgrid, I think is what I'm going to use. And it just allows us to not only to upload photos that we can share with each other, but then have discussions based on those photos and also videos. So if you want to take like a nature video and post it too, I would love that. I think I just want to really create this sort of online community that we find ourselves needing in this moment of transformation. Oh, the sun's, I gotta wait. October says, take a photo with the sun behind it. I'll get better at this.